Well, there's not going to be any drone footage, but I figure I should probably explain some of the things that are going on the farm here. I am still baling hay. I've made a huge push to get it all done in the next week or so because I have plans to go and I'm going to England, as most of you know, on the 9th. That is when I'm planning on leaving, the 9th. Alright, so I'll be there until the 16th. That's when I'm going to go home. So somewhere between the 12th and the 15th, I'm going to be from one end of England to the other and possibly into Scotland. I don't see anything in Wales that I haven't gotten any information on any tractors in Wales, so I don't know. Yeah, I'm just really trying to get my hay baled, finishing up. I'm headed towards 11,000 bales at a rather slow pace now because this is actually fourth cutting hay, so it's going to take me a little bit longer to do, or to get what I need out of it. So, you know, it is what it is. But what I was in today was ground that didn't get much rain, so it was only putting out about a bale to the acre. It was rougher than a bear's ass, so I just had to kind of, you know, take my time on that. Let's see, what else can I say? When I'm in England, I would like to meet some people. I will be going to Stonehenge. I know that for a fact. It's one of the places I've wanted to see for a very long time. A very, very long time. I remember Leonard Nimoy, the Spock from Star Trek. He used to do a television show, and for the life of me, I can't remember what it was called, but it'll dawn on me after I shut the camera off. And he did segments on Easter Island out there off the coast of Chile, and he did segments on Stonehenge and other weird anomalies or structures in England and Scotland, Wales, whatever, in that area, and Ireland, of course. So I don't believe I'm going to make it over to Ireland. I just don't have the time, or let's face it, the money. I'm using YouTube money to do this trip, and you know, that only goes so far. So, you know, that's just the long and the short of it. The reason I'm going is to buy tractors. I don't know if I said this or not, but I have to upgrade some equipment here on the farm, and to buy tractors here locally, it will cost me a lot more than it will to make the trip over, see the tractors firsthand, bring them back, revamp them to the American standard, you know, hitches and stub axles and things like that, which you will be able to see on my YouTube channel, One Lonely Farmer, obviously. And yeah, and then possibly one of them will be for sale. Actually, more than likely one of them will be for sale, if not two of them for sale. It's just the way I'm going to do this business. If this works out to the benefit of me and someone else, then I will do it again. I'm not afraid to make trips, you know, especially if I've made a few dollars on the equipment that I'm going to be purchasing and reselling here. So anyway, that's the whole deal with the trip to England. And yeah, I mean, it just seems to be financially the best way to go. Now, I know there's someone out there watching me that is concerned about my expenditures, which, with all rights, I am too. But I've had a phenomenal hay crop this year, and the phenomenal hay crop will trickle into money, obviously. And I have it set up that I will not spend any more than the surplus of money that I have at the end of the year or at the end of the season. So anybody that is concerned about where I'm getting the money from or how this is going, don't worry, it's all taken care of. So anyway, yeah, for a lot of guys that look at my channel and they have a pretty good idea as to, oh shit, I don't want to do that. Pretty good idea as to how much money I make off of a ton of hay. I don't think I've actually ever said it, because I don't think it's really anybody's business. But anyway, it's a volume thing. I am considered a commercial hay grower. I'm not really a farmer anymore per se, or I'm a commercial hay grower. That's what I am. I grow this mulch hay on such a large scale that I am the largest mulch hay grower or producer in the great state of New Jersey, which could be saying something or it could be saying nothing. I don't know. I know that I'm approaching the 9,000 ton mark, which is really nice, because it just is. And yeah, 9,000 tons of hay. I had a goal of 10,000 bales, and I met that, smashed that one. I'm on my way to 11 and possibly beyond. The closer I can get to 10,000 tons, the happier I will be about it. I'm actually baling hay at the home farm, and that is where my sister's remains reside. My mom and dad maintain the cemetery, or the grave there. It's not a cemetery, but it's a grave. And my sister's grave, pretty good. I mow the grass from time to time, and so does Timothy, so it's kind of a family effort. But that's just the way it is. Now, that was a bump and a half I didn't need to do. I'm actually bailing too fast for where I'm at. But anyway, yeah, so that should pretty much explain the trip to England. And there's a couple of dealerships in Scotland that I'd really, truly like to visit, because they got a couple of really nice tractors there. And I may possibly take that drive on up. I mean, England isn't that big, right? I don't think it is. London is not on my destination list this time. I mean, I was there once. It was nice. If I go into London, I'm going to need a driver to take me in there, because I just don't... I don't know. I don't feel comfortable driving on the wrong side of the road. I mean, it's the right side of the road for all you fellas and you ladies and gentlemen in England. But, I just don't feel comfortable. I mean, maybe after 4 or 5 days of driving around the countryside of England, I'd be able to brave London. I mean, I'm not afraid of the city. I've driven in Manila, and I think if you can... I never drove in Manila. I drove in Baguio, which is so damn close to being like driving in Manila, Philippines, that it's almost just like it. It is crazy there. And I got lost there and other things. And what the heck? Look at this. I'm baling hay. It's under the leaves. The maple trees the sugar maples are dropping their leaves at a phenomenal rate, because we really truly haven't had any amount of rain in a month. We're supposed to get rain tonight, and that's why I'm working so hard to get this job done, because I just really need to get this job done. I'm almost at 50 bales today, which is kind of a surprise, because I wasn't going to bale hay today because it was supposed to be raining today. I was just going to let this get wet and just rake it over and go for it in a couple of days. But I got through it, and it didn't rain last night, and it's raked up, and now it's going to go in the bale. So drone footage, if you're still listening to me after a while, the drone footage, someone mentioned that that microchip, or the the SD card that was supposed to go in the drone. You were right. I was wrong. So no footage from the drone. And I was going to fly it tonight, but circumstances had it that I was in this seat of this tractor working very hard. So there is no flying of the drone, and all the other footage that you would have seen at the end of the other video was taken on this very camera that you're watching me on right now. So anyway, that's just the updates and the plans. And yes, the clothing store will be coming back online shortly, this week, this very week. Not today, but this week. New additions, discounted pricing on the old clothing line, because the new clothing line is coming out. And that's just about the end of that. So thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. Tomorrow I'll come up with another video on what I would like to do in my clothing store. I'm taking suggestions on styles and clothing that you would like to see on my store. Now, my store will be much more than it was before. It is not only going to have embroidered clothing, it is going to have regular, everyday, non-embroidered clothes that you can buy at really good prices. So, thanks again.